So in the last video, we talked about in-ears and we were talking a little bit about universal ears versus custom molds and why I think you should invest in a good pair of in-ear headphones. Now, this goes for anyone who's a musician, a singer, but it also goes for a front of house engineer or even monitor engineer, because having good sets of headphones with you at to mix with is one thing, but having a good set of in-ears where you can isolate yourself from what's happening in the room and really be able to focus in on what's happening in your mix, that's a real game changer. So let's talk about universal ears for a moment. Universal ears are just kind of the generic term we use for any in-ear system that is designed to be worn with the headphone in your ear versus just sitting on the edge. It goes into your ear canal and it provides some level of isolation. Now, usually these headphones are much more affordable because they're not custom molded, they're not handmade, and they're done in a way that they do provide those great sounding drivers in a much cheaper package. And because they're mass produced, they're a lot easier for them to make them cheaper. So they're a lot more affordable and anyone can get these headphones. So these are a great choice if you're just starting out and you're not quite ready yet to dive into custom molds. Custom molds is a bit of a scary dive because you've never heard them and you never will until you get your first pair. That's the craziest part about anyone going in through the process of getting custom mold headphones, is that you don't ever get to hear it. So you do have to kind of just trust that what everyone's saying is right and that they do sound better and that they are the best investment for you. And so I'll be another person in that category to say, well, I think universal headphones are great if you're getting started. Once you've kind of started getting under your belt that you're doing this, you really love doing music and leading worship, and you want to make this more of a thing you do regularly, and you care about your hearing and you care about having good sound in your ears, then it's time to start looking at custom molded in-ears. So if you're looking for your first pair of in-ears, universal ears are usually the best way to go because they're much more affordable than custom molds. They do sound really good, and they're going to do a lot better job than a pair of iPod headphones or any kind of Skull Candy headphones or something that you can get at Walmart will ever do. Now, I do recommend though looking at custom molds once you've kind of got a couple of years under your belt with those headphones and going, you know what? I think I'm ready to take my game to the next level with this, because the reasons why you want to go custom mold is this. One, they're going to save your hearing for the long run because custom molds do the best job of isolating your ears from the rest of the world when it comes to listening to music on stage. You'll be able to actually turn your volume way down because you're not going to have any of the sound competing to get into your ears because it's going to be completely isolated. We're usually talking about a 60 dB difference between your in-ears in and out. That's a huge difference. And so by using custom molds, you'll be able to turn the volume down in your headphones and you're not going to have fatigue from listening to music at high volumes over a long period of time and not damage your ears as well. The other thing too is that with these custom molds, you get the ability to have something that feels comfortable in your ear. A lot of people love custom molds, myself included, because once they kind of go in, they're there and it's almost like they're not even in. You'll get to that point where you'll go, okay, I don't even feel these things in my ears anymore. I just hear the sound coming through it. So if you're going to go the custom mold route, I highly recommend doing your research and finding a manufacturer that resonates with you. Find one that meets your price point, that meets your needs. Usually a lot of times they'll have different models available to choose from, so that way you can choose one that meets the sound characteristics that you're going after. Some are more bass heavy, some are more treble heavy, some are designed for singers, some are designed for engineers. Find one that works for you, find one that fits your price range, and go work with them in finding out how you can make it possible for you to get custom molds done, because I'm telling you, they're going to be one of the best investments you can make for both your hearing and for your time as being a musician.